Good morning to you. Kentucky fan favorite Devin Booker returns to Kentucky this weekend, helping kids with their shooting stroke at the John Calipari shooting camp. Booker just completed an all-rookie season with the Phoenix Suns. He averaged 14 points per game and made the all-rookie club, and says the league is a different kind of animal than his days balling in the UK jersey.
College, you can hound people and, kind of like, how our team was. You can beat people by 20 and the game will be over. When you're up 10, 15 in college, the game's over. In the NBA, if you're up 10, you can lose that lead in 2 minutes. So, everybody's really good on the floor. And I didn't realize that coming into the NBA. Started in training camp. We had Ronnie Price on my team. I didn't even know who he was before coming in, and he hit like 3 shots in a row. I'm like, I don't know who this guy is, but, he could be a starter somewhere. But you figure out everybody's talented in the NBA, and you can't take a night off.
And now to Booker's BFF, Tyler Ulis. The former Kentucky Wildcat began his autograph tour in Prestonsburg yesterday at Pops Chevrolet. Hundreds of fans on hand to get a pic with Ulis and an autograph. He comes off a superb summer league out in Las Vegas and told me it's nice to have a guaranteed contract, but his lifestyle changes now that he plays basketball for a living.
It's different. We don't have school. We have a lot of free time on our hands, so we have to find a way to, do something positive within that time. Don't, get in any trouble and stuff like that. So that'll be the biggest adjustment, I feel like. I didn't want to slip into the second round. I was pretty down about that, but, once it was Phoenix who picked me, that was where I wanted to be initially. So, it was really great for me.
Good to catch up with Ulis yesterday. Now, Sports City U was founded by Jim Clayton 24 years ago, and since then, he has taken his basketball instruction all over the country. Yesterday, Sports City U was at Knott Central High School. Local area athletes took advantage, learning specific basketball skills from Clayton, who was just full of energy all day long. He had everyone laughing in the gym, but at the same time, everyone learning about life and how to improve their game immediately when the season rolls around.
I think it's great. Number one, I love the small communities. I love where basketball is king, okay? And even though it's small, I know it's got a great heritage here, and I know there's a lot of really good players that want to take it out of here to a bigger level. So by coming here and having a chance to work with a lot of these kids, I can see that right here, and they're going to go to bigger and better places. And I just love the history of basketball, and if you're going to go anywhere to find it, there's no other state better than Kentucky.
He's not going to teach someone that's playing college basketball. He does the same thing, and I think that's awesome, because kids don't always get that. They always get to like their age, and he's not. He always says there's not position players. So even the bigs in here are going to get the same thing that what a guard would get.
All right, an awesome piece of video right here. Last night, Luke Aikens had a jump of a lifetime. You see him in the green suit there with 3 other skydivers, but he has no parachute and becomes the first person to jump from a plane into a net on the ground without a parachute, hitting a 100 by 100 foot net nearly perfectly, pretty much. He fell for about 2 minutes, nearly 25,000 feet, and he flipped onto his back at the last second. Crowd goes wild. He gives his wife a hug, and history is made. Yeah, I'm sure his wife wants to just hug him forever after that one. That's a first look at sports this morning. Enjoy your morning. Good morning to Tyler Ulis. Just wrapped up a highlight-filled summer league season, and on Saturday, the former Kentucky point guard was in the mountains. Another Ulis autograph tour began in Prestonsburg. Hundreds waited in line to get a signature and a photo. Ulis told me, regardless of the fantastic performances he had in summer league out there in Las Vegas, it will become a whole different kind of game when he starts the season with the Phoenix Suns.
Definitely, because Summer League isn't the NBA, so, a lot of people get confused with that. Summer League is just a place where, people who just got drafted, who weren't drafted, guys who are in the D-League, and, players who didn't really do much on their team play. But, the NBA is a lot different. It's going to be another big step. But I feel like that was my first test on the next level, and I feel like I did pretty well.
Let's go to Hindman. Jim Clayton brought his Sports City U Foundation to Knott Central High School on Saturday. Former Alice Lloyd Eagle Carla Booth on hand to help out. The 5-hour session taught specific basketball skills and life lessons. Now, Jim is a talker, super enthusiastic, and had the kids laughing all day.
I like that he makes you work, and he makes you be the player that you want to be and stuff like that.
My goal is to add value to kids, to make them a better player, a better person when they leave out of here. We just don't just talk about basketball, because I think basketball and life run real parallel. The lessons, the hard work, the commitment, the dedication to be great at anything, you got to do it on the court just like you do out there in life every day. So if they can learn those things and they understand about work and commitment and believing in themselves and having a great attitude, and being motivated, then I always use the word on my shirt, it says BAM, and that's what that stands for.
He was a charismatic guy. Good to talk with him yesterday. All right, we are 34 days away now from the football Cats opening their season. The Kentucky defense, of course, will have some holes to fill because it lacks experience, with almost no real game time experience returning at the inside linebacker positions. Of course, we'll probably see some Cash Daniel, but junior middle linebacker Courtney Love, that guy right there, yeah, he's expected to lead the way.
He has. He has all the intangibles to be a great leader. He has experience playing college football, just not with us. He was a starter at Nebraska before he came here, so he's been in the fire, and he just has the personality and the character that we like in a leader, and he's taken on that role.
Well, the Phelps football program did not have a single victory last season, but their new head coach, David Jones, is ready to change the mindset and get the Hornets on the right track. Carly Bell takes us out to Phelps to kick off our Pigskin Preview series.
A winless 2015 from the Phelps football program means that change needs to happen, and it's all starting with a former Wildcat. David Jones is the new head coach for the Hornets, and he was the star cornerback for the Wildcats and saw some time in the league. Now he's back and ready to change the view of the Phelps football program.
Coach Jones is really bringing a positive attitude to the community and the football team.
Really positive and very ready to get started.
The Hornets finished with a 0-10 record, allowing an average of over 50 points a game while only putting up an average of 6 themselves. Jones is coming from Belfry, who were the Class 3A state champions, where he was an assistant under Coach Haywood for 5 years. And he's ready for his new head coaching season.
I think the things that we've been doing and we've done this offseason, I'm thinking it's going to show during the season.
Jones has a very youthful team who all saw time last season, and they're ready to change people's opinions on the Phelps football program.
And a lot of people, they go off of just Phelps because it's been Phelps in the past, but it won't be that for long. Not sounding cocky or nothing, just a little bit confident because I seen it with my own eyes, and not for long they won't say that about us though.
I think we'll be definitely talked about. We're going to surprise some people.
Phelps is definitely going to surprise a lot of people.
I expect big things from the season.
In Phelps, Carly Bell, WYMT Mountain Sports.
Phelps kicks off their season against Allen Central on August the 19th at their brand new football field that will be dedicated, of course, to the one and only Marty Casey. That's sports, and we will be back.